Happy Thursday and welcome to On the Move with Nan and Cam. And this is an exciting week.
Yeah, very
Big week.
exciting
It's
week.
race week.
It's race week, guys. Wow, this is coming at us really fast. We were talking about this yesterday at work. I was like, I can't believe, like, already hearing that it's November is like, what the freak? Where did all the time go? But now it's race week, and now it's like, okay,
I know.
slow it down, everybody. Calm it down.
Really, really exciting. And we're really lucky that with the marathon, we get to work with so many different groups. But a new one this year that we're very excited about is District Running Collective. Woo woo! And we're joined by Stephanie and Matt. How are y'all?
We are
Great, doing great.
amazing. Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thanks
Of
so much.
course.
If you guys wouldn't mind introducing yourselves a little bit and telling us a little bit about what you do with District Run Collective.
Absolutely. My name is Matt Green. I'm the co-founder and lead captain of DRC. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., and have been leading DRC for going on 13 years,
Oh,
almost
wow.
13 years next May. So just been bringing engaging groups of people together in DC to run, do races like Richmond, and just like bring the joy to running to everybody across the nation's capital.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
13 years is crazy.
That is.
It is a little bit.
And Steph, when did you join?
Absolutely. I'm Steph. I joined DRC as a member in 2019, so it's about almost 6 years, rolling up on 6 years as a member. In about the last 3 years, I've had the honor of serving as the director of operations for the crew, where I have the opportunity to support Matt and all of our leadership and all of our members and kind of making the magic happen every week. And in between with all of our events and our programming and our community impact and initiatives. So, yeah.
Yeah, you guys got a lot going on.
Yes, yeah. We were brainstorming people to have, and I've heard Cameron because she's been working primarily with DRC. So I've been hearing Cameron talk about you guys, and then when we were trying to brainstorm, she was like, "Oh yeah, DRC would be great because
Yeah.
then everybody can get familiar with them too before they're here. Because not only do you guys have a ton of runners coming, but you'll be a part of one of the most famous party stops on the
Yeah.
course or Community Spirit Challenge on the course, which we had Lance from November Project on last 2 weeks ago at this point,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, to talk about how wild it is over there. So you guys are in for a treat.
Yeah,
We are in for a treat, and they're in for a treat. So I'm gonna
They're
put
in
it
for a
that
treat
way.
too. And now it's going to be magnified.
because Matt, like every time I see videos or pictures of you guys, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's why, like, I can't. Everybody else here like doesn't really follow you guys or like doesn't really know much about your group, and so I keep being like, no, guys, like they're coming, like you just wait, and I'm like, it's gonna be huge, and they're like, yeah, but the stop there is already really big, and I'm like, no, like just wait, it's gonna be crazy. I'm
going to have to sneak over there.
right.
I'm going to have to run
I'm
away
gonna
from
send
my
you some
job
pictures.
on race day.
They're gonna be like, Cameron, where are you? I'm like, ah. So Matt, how did you said you're the co-founder, so obviously there's somebody else that helps you found
Found it.
how did you guys how did DRC come about? Like how did that go down?
Yeah, so back in 2013, there were three other co-founders that helped start DRC back then. And it was a simple idea, something for my 26th birthday to do a midnight 5K. And we had seen a lot of just like things happening across the country, especially like in New York and across the globe that didn't exist in DRC, where folks were like DJs, artists, creatives that were getting into the wellness space. And I had never seen that before. And so my brothers we haven't, really got to see that once we got out of college. And we started getting into fitness more. But we wanted to bring that same energy to DC. So we had that midnight 5K, and that was like the big aha moment. Like, I think we got something here. It's a lot of people that never really had running groups in that capacity, and DC wasn't blossoming with as many run clubs and run organizations as it is now. So we were like one of the first to kind of do it a little different. So that was like the initial point, was to bring something that we saw that was happening really cool elsewhere to DC. And then after that, we started curating community, and myself kind of took the lead role while the other co-founders had kind of moved away and wasn't able to support. And then you would get people like Stephanie and in the past like Ashley Green and so many other dope people that have like helped DRC to get to where it is. And now we have this huge team of folks that contribute to where DRC is today. So we looked at it as we wanted people to really be a part of the community and not just participate in the events. And that's where the run crew kind of started to flourish, and we started to see the numbers, and people started really traveling and creating this community that is enormous here in DC. And when we go to different places, we make it known that we're there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. How did you all select Richmond as a location to bring the crew this year?
So last year, Cam reached out and was like, yo, we would love for y'all to come, run the race. And so we had folks that ran last year. And after hearing about their experience, it was hands down like we have to be a part of this. And we're so fortunate to be a part of it in an elevated way this year. But it had to hit the race calendar, and it's a road trip. Richmond is down the street from us. I can't
Yeah.
believe I've never been. And y'all had me at friendly. I'm a back of the pack runner. So as soon as like this is America's friendliest marathon. That's my run language. Let's do
Right.
this. Yeah, sign me up. But yeah, we're super excited. Just to kind of, as Matt said, we travel as a crew, and to travel like just down the road and connect with other crews and enjoy the race and the course. We're here for it.
Yeah. How do you not guys know how many people you have registered to come across all the distances?
Across all, I think we're right around 25, 30. If not, yeah, around 25, 30 across. And that's not considering the 8K runners. But
Okay.
and we do have a lot of our community that are taking this road trip with us to celebrate, because if you're not running, you must
Good sharing.
cheer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. That's so fun.
do
As
too.
someone, I'm a back of the pack runner, and I also am not a super long distance runner, and my husband is. So I feel like I am at the head of a cheer squad a lot of times, or the
Right.
person navigating around a course to go see somebody a bunch of different times, and that is just as important. So it is so cool to see that so many people want to come from DRC just to serve in that way too.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
and because the finish line isn't too far away from where you guys
Yeah.
will be, it's common for people to finish and then walk back to the cheer station, and then it'd be a million people cheering everybody on, which is so cool.
Yeah,
Gonna be
I'm
perfect.
excited.
Yeah. What does the typical run session look like at DRC? Because I know you guys run. I don't know how you guys operate like throughout your week. I'm guessing you have like different days for different distances, or like how does that work?
Yeah, we run weekly on Wednesdays and Saturdays is our typical schedule for the weekly runs. Wednesday nights, and then Saturday mornings. So our Wednesdays are typically that's like our premier running day where we get like our big group of folks out there. We all run up to around 3 miles or just over 3 miles, but then there's also a group that does 2 miles. And that's where we kind of have got like our themes for a lot of things that people start to associate themselves with our running groups that have gotten pretty popular, which are our flyers, movers, groovers, and cruisers. So
Ooh.
each name or um each I guess speed is related to that name. And folks really find themselves like really owning whatever group that they're in. So it's been really cool to see how people adjust to that. And we got our captains that help lead the groups, and then we have our flight crew that are the folks that are the behind a lot of like the logistics and planning that helps to make sure everything is squared away. So it's a big team effort when it comes to like our Wednesday runs, because it can get up to anywhere to 200 to 300 people on a Wednesday,
Wow.
this past
Crazy.
year. And then even last year was even crazier when like the running boom really kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but this year has been really consistent. And we run out of a pretty popular area in DC called Union Market, and we host it in this big plaza area. So it's a lot of retail and restaurants and bars that are around the area that folks can and apartments that people live in. So,
Mm.
we work with that the community there, the business development folks there to really try to ingrain ourselves in a lot of the happenings. So Wednesdays are like our really big day that people see us out on the street, at night, and it's a thrill for folks to really join and be a part of is one way to put it. And then our Saturday runs are we it's more like our long distance options for the group for those training for halves or marathons. So we have like two separate groups, sometimes three. And the longer distances when we have our training plans, they'll our captains will put together that plan and they'll do different distances, but still have it open for folks that maybe just want to get a longer run in on a Saturday. And then we have a 5K group or a more beginner group that we have for folks to just come out and just get a nice 3 mile run in. So it's like more options on Saturdays, and it's a little bit different than our Wednesdays. But both really have a heavy presence for how they look and run at the end of the day.
Nice. And you mentioned Wednesday nights. So do you guys take any sort of break in the winter months, or does it just roll and it is as long as it's not inclement weather, we're out there?
We do take a little winter break for the holidays around Thanksgiving and Christmas, New
Okay.
Year's, and then we'll go into just a way for us to regroup, go into the
Yeah.
year strong. But we still participate in a lot of local runs like the Fresh Start 5K that the government, the DC government, our DPR puts on,
Okay.
which is like on New Year's Day, as well as other runs through January and February because folks are still training for marathons and stuff in the spring, but officially we don't have like our weekly runs during that winter break.
Okay. Hey, everybody needs a little winter break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you
Winter,
know.
yeah, winter's the best.
Yeah,
You gotta stay home and feel cozy sometimes.
that's right. What would you guys say your mission is? What is the mission of DRC?
So the mission is a few things, but in general, it's like we wanted to change the way that people primarily of color looked at running, and then we wanted to make running a cool thing to do, which is running has became very cool,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
also. And then with that, one of our taglines is, redefine your impossible. So with all those things, it's like really just like this narrative that goes into, getting people healthy, getting people moving, especially like in our city. We want to folks to, redefine what it looks like them to do really, hard things like a marathon or, a half marathon. And for some folks, it might just be coming out to a Wednesday run because they never ran before. So whatever that impossible is, we want to change people's perspective of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that is very common in like, but we've talked about this before, but like when people are scared or nervous to try something new, it's always because they think that they can't do it and it's like impossible for them and it's going to be too hard. When people don't really realize that, like, as long as you're giving your best effort when you show up, somebody's going to be there going the same pace as you, or like somebody's
Yeah.
going to be there doing the same thing you are. You just you got to be comfortable and feel like you can put yourself out there. Cause once you do it, you're going to be like, oh, what was
Yeah.
I afraid of?
Or we talk a lot about
Exactly.
like, yeah, or besides like being worried that you can't do it, just being worried about what the atmosphere is going to feel like, and if you're going to stick out that you can't do it,
Right.
or that in your mind you can't do it. So I think like intentionally creating those like safe spaces that people know like they're going to be super supported, like removing that changes a lot for people in terms of like making them want to keep showing up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, for a lot of people, some like run clubs and run crews can look very intimidating. Just
Yes.
for like the people that come out and they're running fast and they're running and doing all types of, they're looking at their times. They got on these like short shorts and bright colors. So to a lot of people that looks aggressive, but for our group, luckily we're made up of a lot of different, runners and demographics and shapes and sizes and ages that there's always somebody that's there that we tell people to like, find somebody that you can run with and like, give somebody a pat on the back and say, hey, you got this. And you never know, you might make a lifelong friend at the end of the day, coming out to DRC. But it's mainly about just making sure that folks are encouraging one another, that it's not as much about time. Like you have every day, every other day of the week where you can run as fast as you want to run. But that's why we have our captains there to really make sure that we pace people, and we have someone in the front and we have a sweeper in the back to, if we got to walk a little bit, we'll walk a little bit. And it's okay. You know what I mean? And I think letting
Yeah.
people know that it's okay and showing them like we all started there, and giving them that, reaffirming that we've been there is something that's really important that the crew does a really good job of doing. And that is what keeps people coming back, is seeing that there's other people there and there is a support system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I mean, I know you said that when you guys started, there was really no other run club like you guys because you weren't just like running and going home. Like it was a bunch of different like mixed mediums, and like there was DJs and there was artists and everybody was coming out and we did a midnight run. But now there's 6 million run clubs and everybody's trying to do something different. What do you guys think still sets you apart from the other run clubs in DC and like even like on the East Coast or wherever you guys travel to?
I love this question, primarily because this is not something that I think about.
Right.
And I don't think about it because the run crew space is not competitive. It's a shared space. And it's really what unites us are our similarities. And so what I see DRC, it's like I'm an only child. I have a lot of cousins. All of your cousins have different personalities, right? So every crew has a different personality. But when we all come together, we act up, and it's like that is what you want. And I think even more powerful than that is DRC taught me that wherever life takes me in this world, there is community to run with. I'm in Berlin, Berlin Braves. If I'm in London, Run Dem Crew. If I'm in Chicago, Peace Runners. Detroit, we run 313. New York, we run Uptown, Resident Runners, Bridge Runners, all of the New York crews, right? You bring it back to Richmond, we off the couch. Charlottesville, Prolific, and then if you're in DC, this should run a collective like we got you. But it's knowing that wherever you go, you do not have to run alone. I was in Amsterdam recently. I pull up, I'm running. I'm like, I got the route. Y'all can leave me. And the words that I hear all the time right here in DC, someone said to me in Amsterdam with Running Late Crew, I'm going to run with you. I got you. I'm not leaving you. And for me, that's what it's about. So yes, we have our unique personalities, but together is when we're most powerful. And so I mean, Matt may have something more for that, but for me, like that's what it's really all about.
No, I'm right there with you, Steph. I mean, we really preach, where we're from. I think just like Steph was saying, like every crew has this unique identity that a lot of it has to do with where they're at, and then they bring those attributes out of, the city that they're a part of, or the city that they're repping. And for us, like DC and the folks that have come to DC, whether they're transplants or have been born there, when we go to a different place, whether, Steph's being from St. Louis, it's like she's still wearing that DRC badge in her
Mm-hmm.
hometown, but then she's
Right.
connecting us with the hometown feel of like our very own tour guide.
Hmm.
So I would
Yeah.
say, for DRC, it's like we have our own identity for how we look and how we feel and sound, and how we show up, and we're very toned into making sure that people know, like, when you wearing DRC across your chest, like, you're an ambassador. So you got to make sure, like,
Mm-hmm.
that, and you're not saying that people doing anything crazy, hopefully,
Right.
but it's just the fact that it's like you're a representative of us, and people, you get stopped at the airport and they're like, "Yo, DRC," and it's like, "Oh shoot!" Like, people know
Mm-hmm.
who we are because a lot of folks have
Yeah.
they've done the work, they've traveled and showed up in a way that's creating space for people behind them to be like, wow, this felt really good, that now I can go anywhere, almost all over the world, and people will recognize this crew that I'm a part of. So it's like really that identity of, the folks that are part of it that makes it special.
And
Yeah.
I
And I
love that
feel
you said that. I'm so sorry. I love that you
that's
said
okay.
that, Matt, about even me being from St. Louis. And when I left St. Louis 15 years ago, I knew nothing about run crew culture, and now we have STL run crew in St. Louis. And every time I go home, I'm able to bring my DRC family to St. Louis and now connect with my STL run crew family. And that's just super special, you know. Even when we're in Charlotte with Mad Miles, we just dance the day away. It's a great time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that's like a very similar answer to what Lance said when we asked him the same question, because from November Project, because he was saying that in Richmond, because there's so many fitness and run clubs that they all try to do things on different days so that people from each, like if you're in this group, you can still work out with this group and you can still run with this group, because everybody does something on a different day, and then they then will come together and nobody feels isolated or like separated in their one group. It's like, hey, no, I run with this club, and I also do November projects on Wednesdays. So I feel like that, with the boom of so many run clubs, it really hasn't been like a, oh, well, we're the best run club in town.
It's not competitive.
It's really like, hey, I run with them on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then run with these guys on Mondays and Fridays. Yeah. Which I think is awesome. Because even me and Steph had this conversation about how I think it was Rock and a couple other people came up there to run their race, and Steph was like, I finally got to meet Rock. I never met him. It was awesome. And then I saw they were at Mad Miles. They'll like travel just to go to their like Wednesday runs. And I'm like, that's so cute.
It is.
Yeah. I was so excited to meet Rock because Matt is always singing Rock's praises, right? And I'm like, how do I keep missing him? Why do I keep missing him? So I thought he probably had to be like, who is this lady? I was like, hey.
Like, hey, I heard so much about you.
I think if you're up to that energy approaching you at all times.
They're doing some amazing, like, I can't wait to experience We Off the Couch when we come to Richmond. Like, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
What are you all that's a perfect lead in. What are you most looking forward to for race day? We asked Matt, we know he's DJing. Are you running, Steph?
I am.
Which race?
I am. I'm running the marathon as of this moment.
And you're gonna finish it.
Yes. You're gonna kill it.
Yes.
You're gonna have the best time. Yeah, so what are y'all looking most forward to about November 15th?
For me, it's Cheer Squad. I was just gonna say, for me, it's Cheer Squad. That is always, it's the finish line before the finish line. In my mind, my heart and my legs, we just have to make it to Cheer Squad. And at that point, I'll get everything that I need to make it to like the official finish line. But I'm looking forward to Cheer Squad. And Matt is always, you know, the sounds. That's the one time I definitely turn my headphones off.
Yeah, I feel like if I was running, I'd definitely like take a break. I'd be like, I'm chill real quick with my fam, and then I'll pick back up running. But I'm gonna stay here for just.
I would want a break too.
Yeah.
What can we expect?
I mean, well, we're teaming up with We Off the Couch and November Project, which they already bring great energy, so we get to add to that. And I think from a lot of like talking to Rock, and what we're trying to do is like really just we don't want to, you know, we did it this way, so it's like let's do this all together and not separate it because we're so much powerful together that it's literally going to just be like a festival out there. We're gonna have the music, we're gonna have our confetti, we're gonna have bubbles, we're gonna have the cowbells. Just really like one thing, not to toot my own horn, but play good music. You got folks dancing, doing our line dances like on the course. So when folks run up, it's like it's not chill when you come through. It's like it's so much energy.
Good.
We like to say Cheer Squad is like the first finish line because it's like when you see your people, you get this other boost of energy to get you to the finish line. So it's just like it's not chilling when you get there. It's like, oh my God, there's so much energy. Like I'm either going to run real fast going through because it's so crazy, or I'm like literally just going to be there for 10 minutes because I want to like soak in the vibes. So it's like whatever the case is for those that are running, they're definitely going to feel it. And like I said, we're just going to add to and help, try to lift up with November Project and We Off the Couch is doing, because I know Richmond's going to bring energy. So it's just good to feel like, to have another home away from home for us. And I think that's what we're going to feel with everyone that we're bringing up and the folks that are already there. We might get some other people to come out because we are there, friends and family, because it's not that far from DC. So I think it's really going to be a great experience. Hopefully the weather should be great, and all the other races. So it's like it's gonna be a lot of just like flowers given out. I already know that.
Yeah.
And we have a few first time marathoners that are running Richmond full, so that's gonna be very exciting for them too.
That's awesome. Don't let them miss out at the expo. They can get their really cute my first marathon sticker for their bib because people around Richmond are trained to look for that and cheer extra hard.
Nice.
Yep.
I feel like we should have on the map this year added this cheer station as a fuel station. Or
so extra station. Stopping? Yeah.
And they're like, what energy stations
people are already stopping,
24
but
energy stop. Yep. Okay. How can people get involved in DRC? Obviously after the race, but how can people get involved? Where can they follow you?
You can find us online at www.districtrunningcollective.com. Our Instagram is probably like our main place to find out what we got going on. So that's at District Running Collective. We got YouTube and as well as TikTok when we post on there, but definitely Instagram is like the main place to find us. And sign up for our newsletter to get information from the website. But if you Google District Running Collective, like we're the first at the top, that'll pop out. So yeah, that's how you can find us.
And Strava?
And on Strava, you can join our Strava club as well, District Running Collective.
Perfect. And
awesome.
Wednesdays and Saturdays, you said.
Wednesdays and Saturdays in DC Union Market until the end of November. And then we got some other fun things happening before the end of the year, like our holiday situation that we always have. But again, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see it.
You'll figure it out. Okay.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much. I think now it is time for your this or that, which are sometimes the hardest part of the podcast. So they can be about anything. Do you have one?
I think I have one.
Okay, you have one. I have one too.
Okay. If you both were running a race, do you think you're more excited to come up on a cheer station with like a live DJ and like great vibes, or are you more excited to come up to a junk food stop with like cookies and candy?
Live DJ, great vibes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. There's something about loud music. When I run, when I work out in general, I require loud music.
Extra loud music.
Yeah.
We actually work out here at the office in our fitness studio, and sometimes I'll have it up way too loud, and I'll like go outside the door, and I'm like, sorry guys, I did not realize I could hear me in there.
When we work out together and Cameron will be trying to talk to me while we're in there, I'll be like, I'm old, I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. It's too loud.
Like, just keep it going.
It's a club in there, that's why.
The candy is always tempting, but there's that rule of nothing new on race day. So, like, I'm just like, yeah, it's tempting though. Yeah.
Unless you're trained eating that candy on your run.
So mine is from the DJ standpoint, and Steph, you can answer based on what you like to hear on the course. What do you like better? Do you like hearing like a throwback that's getting you really hyped up, or like brand new, it is like Apple Music top hit currently?
That's a good question.
She said you start.
No.
She
The
said you.
DJ first.
No,
Me?
oh,
Okay. Yeah. Let's start with
Okay.
the
I'm saying
DJ.
definitely a throwback or like a old like a nostalgic party anthem for sure.
Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite too.
Right.
I'm all things. Whatever's gonna hype me up. Like I just need the boost to get through.
Just help me somehow.
Yeah.
Some way, help me.
Distract me.
That's it. Music is a tool when running. Like
It
it's
definitely
a tool.
is. Okay, and then I think, well, Matt's not running this year. But okay, Matt, since you're not running, you might not know. Our finishers, our full and half finishers get a medal, a blanket, a hat, and a shirt as their race swag. Would you be more excited to get your medal or your blanket after the race?
Medal all day. The medal's gonna keep me warm at night.
Correct.
Got my medals, they're gonna keep me warm at night.
You're right. All right, Steph, which ones are you more excited about?
The cap.
The hat? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I love
It's
cap.
very cute this year. There's a little ombre on it and everything.
I actually think
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving without my medal. but I
Right.
definitely want the cap.
You're like, please, I need to find it. Yeah.
I like the hat because I feel like that's what I notice on other runners
Yeah.
around town for like not even right after the race. Like
No.
I'll go out today and you'll see somebody in like their Richmond hat from 3 years ago. And then on the next block, there's somebody wearing the one from last year. So I feel like that's the one that I see like used the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also saw somebody, one of the run clubs, Effect, around town. They take pictures of their runs, and somebody was already breaking in their race day shirt the other day.
Stop.
They got their packet mailed to
No.
them, and I was like, so cutie. Okay, getting
That's
his shirt ready.
bold.
Hey, nothing new on race day. He has to practice in it
He does. He
to
does
see
have
if
to
he wants to
practice it.
run on race day.
Very
He's running the
true.
full too.
Woo!
Yeah, he had to get used to it. That's fine.
Well, thank you guys so much. We can't wait to have you here. It's going to be the best.
Yeah.
Super excited to see what everybody does. And we'll be cheering super hard for you.
Yeah, hopefully I'll
I
see
have
you
a
guys.
question for
Yeah.
y'all. How does it feel to have a sold out race weekend?
Oh man.
Really good.
Yeah. It feels
Real
great,
good.
actually.
It does.
And switches and deferrals aren't happening either, so the expo should really just be like, pick up your bib and go, everybody.
Should be a
So,
little more
There it
easy
is.
than normal.
yeah.
It feels really good. I think it's hard when you hear people that didn't get in that are
Yeah.
sad about that. That makes me want to like cringe. If it was up to me, I'd be letting everybody in.
100%.
But we just don't. We got to make sure everybody has the best race possible. So we have to totally respect the caps. And then also, I think it just puts extra pressure on. We need to bring it this year.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Like, I'm
ask
like,
us.
everything's
Hopefully,
gotta
it
look
feels
great.
good on Sunday. Yeah, after
Yeah.
the race.
Actually,
Okay.
don't ask us on Sunday because I'm not going to be awake. I don't wake up till super late on Sunday.
But yeah, like what y'all said, I just never like in the last couple of years, the way it's boomed again with running is just amazing. And I think it's really cool to see something that can be more inclusive of everyone. Like, you know, you just need a pair of shoes, like something that can be a little bit more inclusive of everybody. Cause you know, for a while it was like boutique fitness was really in, and now it's just cool to see that change and have it come back to something that can really like inspire much more community.
Yeah. And hopefully, if you guys have the best time ever in Richmond, then you can come back for the 10K in April, and then it can be humongous out there too.
Yeah, we'll sell that out next.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
there you
gosh.
go. There you
That'd be
go.
like 50,000 people.
Yeah, that one's a little bit more intense. Yeah. Well,
All right.
thank you guys, Steph. Good luck with your
Thank you.
tapering.
Thank you. This is
Yeah.
the best part. I get to
Yeah,
break
rest
up with
of the
carbs
day.
for a few days. Thank you for having us.
Thank y'all so
Okay.
much. This is really cool.
Yes.
See y'all next week post marathon. Thanks for listening.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.